everybody, welcome or welcome back. My name is Monique and welcome to Medora Budgets. I'd like to thank anybody who's liked or commented on any of my videos, and especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. Truly started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognize, and appreciate the community as a whole. If you're rocking with me on this journey, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell. At the end of this video, if it's content you find valuable or enjoyable, please feel free to subscribe. It's myself and Sweets, married with a whole bunch of kids, trying to figure out our future family and finances so the decisions we make now won't negatively impact us in the future. Today is Thursday, the 24th. But you're going to see this video on Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's the end of the week and the last day. Yes, y'all. Let me know what you got going on down in the comments. It's on you. What you gonna do? Let me know what you got going on this weekend. I have the Sister Act play that my daughter is in. We've got to attend that. I got to be there Friday and Saturday. Plus, we got to finish up. We need shoes and we need a bag, y'all. It feels like I've been prom dress or prom shopping for 6.5 years. Like, I am tired. And so, but we've got a couple of more things to find. And I think we're going to end up going to Locust Grove, Georgia, because where the Tanger outlets are, because they got a food truck festival going on at the same time this weekend. And I think I'm going to get my eat on. So I'm going to get my prom dress strapping on, my musical play on, and my eat on all weekend long. It's all good. We are here today to do what? We are here to do a no spend update. We're here to do our budget closeout for last week, a budget with me for this week, and our expense tracking. We're going to talk about that. So we got a lot to cover. I hope this angle is okay. It worked the best as far as lighting is concerned. So let's go ahead and get busy. We're going to start with, and I'm going to flip this around and do it landscape style because I think it shows up a lot better that way. So this no spend challenge that you're looking at came from Beautiful Budgets. It's on her Ko-Fi shop. This is the one for April. I think she already has one created for May. Please feel free to go and check her out. You can go to her YouTube channel, and from there she links you to her Ko-Fi shop, and go out and get them. They're always cute, always jazzy. Okay, girl, I see you, girl, I see you. All right, so we're gonna do a no spend update, and I did not have a specific goal in mind. I just wanted to try and get no spend days where I could. And then what you notice here, we've got some no spend days in, what's that color, in that brownish taupish tannish color right there. So I've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 so far. I think I'll be able to get 10 before the month is over, and that'll be cool. Some of these days, unfortunately, there was just one purchase made. It was just things that happened that I needed to make sure I took care of. And so with that said, I wish I would have paid more attention. Maybe I could have moved some of those to other days and then have more no spend days to account for, but it's all good. This is where we are. And so I've got 9 in so far, and my goal now for myself is going to be, can I get 10 in by the 30th? I think I can. All right. As far as the budget is concerned, so remember April 18th. You know what? I don't think this angle is going to work. Let's see. Let's do it that way. And let's come in just a bit more. There you go. And I'll just keep moving it. Okay. So April 18th through the 24th is the week that we're talking about. I got paid on the 18th. Here are all the numbers, and I got paid, as far as inflow is concerned, exactly what I anticipated. 100 from rollover, 1,500 for bills account, 825 for variable, 3,000 for other. So that was a total of $5,425. As far as the fixed expenses are concerned, I had $430 that I have towards mortgage, $255 for auto. Now I don't have an auto payment until May. My first auto payment for the vehicle that I have is May the 19th. But I went ahead and put this money aside. And so for both my mortgage and my auto, those are waiting in the wings in my savings account until it's time for us to pay. But I did go ahead and pull that out separately, so it's not in the bills account anymore. Lawn Love, we decided to skip them. I don't know if it was a good idea, y'all. There was nothing there. The grass had not grown at all in 2 weeks. And then last week we got 2 days of rain and all the sunshine we wanted, and it's a jungle out there right now. So I got to figure something out, but we did skip them, so we got to wait until next week when they come. That's all we can do right now. Visible, as far as my phone is concerned, is due on the 25th. I didn't know if they were going to pull it early. They haven't, so I just put a 0 there. And then I'm going to move that $25 over into and budget it for next week. To see if it comes out then. And remember, anything that you see in green is good. Anything you see in red is bad. The electric bill was only $80, but I did pay $175 because I want to try and have a credit there for these summer months that are coming, because I know the bill is going to increase. And then for my bills buffer, I put $5 from my bills account into my savings. And so with that said, the total was $865, and that left over $45.60. I did make a change as far as my variable expenses are concerned, and now we're only going to contribute $250 a week. It's not a big change. I just took $5 away from groceries, but I like that round number a little bit better. So with that said, that I paid directly to the Chase Freedom credit card, and so that left me with $43.10. And then here you've got, we brought over $43.10. So we have Kohl's, they got $50. Green Sky got their money. Rooms to Go got their money, and City got the $125 that I planned to pay. All of that together was around $365. I just saved a quarter from Green Sky. That's it, and that left me with $3,945.25. And then lastly is the savings goals. So for the savings goals, you'll notice that we have $50 that went to car maintenance, $125 to subscriptions. I did put cash for Bonus Kids, Corinne's envelope, date night, and YouTube gyms. All of them got $10. Little Bean got a little bit more than I anticipated just because I had an extra $5. Don't know why, but I decided to give it to him because he always needs it. And then for my savings challenges, I gave a little bit more, and we had $200. And then as I complete those savings challenges, they will fund all of these ones that I was not able to contribute to. And I think that may be what I do going forward. Give each savings challenge envelope a specific job or envelope that it is supposed to fund. And then once I'm finished with that challenge, or I've run it as many times as I want, then I'll go ahead and load that money in. Now for my credit cards, Ally, I paid them $1,800. That's the card that I used to put my down payment on my vehicle. And then my Chase Freedom credit card, I did contribute $750 or pay another $750 towards that one. It's seen a lot of use because of the prom prep that I've been doing. So with that said, I needed to put a little bit more towards that card just to make sure I clear that statement balance and I don't have any interest that I'm paying on that. And then I paid an extra $250 to debt to City credit card. So my total savings was $3,260 that I contributed, and that left me with $685.25. Now what I decided to do was to roll over for this week. This week is going to be April the 25th through May the 1st. So I decided that for this week, I'm going to roll over $680. So that's what you see there. That's what I'm working with. And that little $5 or $6, don't pay it any attention. It's just $680 that we'll be working with on this end. So my Apple Care for the phone is going to be $9. $3 to Disney Visible. Like I mentioned before, I have a phone and my daughter has a phone. Both of those are $25 a piece, so it'll be a total of $50 since they have not taken out for my other phone as of yet. Gas South did increase. It's gone from 102 to, I think it's going to be roughly around, once they add in taxes, etc., probably around 116, 170, 117, but I'm going to put in 120. So it did increase about, my balanced bill increased by, I think, $10. It was either $10 or $15 a month. So there you go. We'll see how this ends up as far as the actual amount. I'll be able to tell you guys when we do the actuals. $10 to Ring, $50 to HS. BET gets $6. Spotify is not due until the 2nd. but sometimes they take it out a little bit early, and I just didn't want to get caught off guard. So I'm going to go ahead and plan for it for this week. And then my bills buffer is $5. So that totals $271. And when you take that away from the $680 I rolled over, that leaves me with $409 that I'm working with. With that said, variable expenses for this week, again, same thing, $250. When you remove that out, we end up at $159 that's left over. All right. Next is my savings area, and I'm not going to contribute anything this time. Now, I thought about taking some of this money, maybe $40 or $50, putting it towards these savings challenges to kind of start beefing those up. But I don't want to do that just yet. I'll leave this money in here. Overall, you guys will know whether or not I decide to do something different, because you'll see a video. But for right now, I don't think I will contribute to those. But I am going to contribute to extra debt. So I'm going to put $50 towards my Citi credit card. That should leave me a total of about $109. And we're going to back that out and just say about $100 that we should roll over from this week into my paycheck cycle next time, which should start on May the 2nd. All right. So that's what we're looking like for the budget and the budget with me. Last thing I will cover is our expense tracking. So I'll go in a little bit. Let's turn this way. This might work better this way as well. All right, so when you look here at my expenses, you'll notice that I spent a lot of money, $1,087.06, but I don't have a lot of transactions. And so the majority of these, as you can see, is probably from our debt. Remember, I got paid on April the 18th, so I had to take care of all of my bills first, and that's included in this. I run one set of forms for my expense tracking, and this covers all expenses, the ones that come out of my bills account and the ones that go on the Chase Freedom credit card. Any spending that I do out of my Chase checking account is my me money. I don't have those numbers added in as far as my budget, and I don't have them added in as far as my expenses, but this tracks everything that you saw on that budget with me page. So took care of my debt, took care of my utilities. One of the things you might notice here is food. I did have a lot of spending for food. None of it, though, is for groceries. I think I spent $17.20 on groceries. The rest of this was just dining out. And I don't know what happened to me last week. I can't tell y'all what happened to me. I wish I knew what happened to me. But it was like after Resurrection Sunday, something else resurrected in me. And whatever that was that resurrected in me wasn't cooking. It was not cooking. So that's how we ended up where we are. In fact, I did spend swipe my card instead. I swiped the wrong card, and so I do have to account for it. I swiped my credit card for this me money spend at Subway instead of just using my variable money. So that's my fault, but I did go ahead and document it here because I'm holding true to my word. With that said, that $20.93 was just to buy the girls some subs, because me and Sweets went to eat out for Resurrection Sunday. I did not cook. I serve in ministry, and we had multiple church services, and it was a lot that day. And so after I finished, I did not feel like cooking. So we went and got something to eat at Golden Corral. And then them girls was whining, so I had to go get them something to eat too. And that's what you see here. So although it says me money, because it was a personal spend for me, it probably should have gone under food and dining. And I don't know, I might change it, but it was supposed to be a me money spend, and it wasn't. So that's why I categorized it like this. All right, and then you'll also notice I got a lot of gas purchases, and usually I don't have that. That's what you see in this darker green. What you are seeing here is the fact that I'm using a lot more gas because Corinne has had a lot of practices at the school, and her high school is almost 30 minutes away from me. It takes me a solid hour just to go and pick her up and come back. And imagine having to do that every day. And that's where we are right now during this practice time for the play that she's in. So my total was $1,087.06, and this is how it broke out that you see down here at the bottom. When you add all of these numbers together, they do total that $1,087.06. I have asterisks by these categories because those categories are the ones that add up to my variable expense, and my goal is not to spend more than $250 towards that. So I saved a little bit in home, I saved a little bit in food, and that's probably because that personal me money of $20.93. But I saved a little bit in food. I saved a little bit in over-the-counter meds, which is good because I was only supposed to spend $50 for gas, but I ended up spending $74.57. At the end of the day, it all adds up to $236.38. So I put $250 on the card, but I only spent $236.38. So the rest of that buffer is helping to bring that balance down. All right, I think that is it. I talked real fast. Make sure I could get all of that in a good amount of time. But I think that is it. Nothing else to cover today. All right, thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.